Hello everyone, Kakonga, your coach and the pioneer of Vision Total Football Kenya. In a nutshell, FKF as we know it, Football Kenya Federation, must be disbanded. A time is coming where our Football Federation must be disbanded. Please allow me to explain. If you look at the failure of FKF as an organization, there's so much failure that is attributed to the system of football in the country, and we cannot address the issue of fixing the football in the country without fixing the federation itself, my fellow Kenyans. Therefore, the federation must be fixed. And the best way to fix the federation is actually to get it disbanded. If we talk of fixing the federation and letting it to stay, we are going to take over 50 years to fix this federation. But if we agree on disbanding this federation, it is going to take 1 year only to fix all the problems affecting football in Kenya. Therefore, I decided to start this video by saying that, in a nutshell, Football Kenya Federation, as we know it, must be disbanded. My fellow Kenyans, if you look at the issue of elections, there are so many problems affecting football elections in Kenya. But why are the elections not able to be performed well? Why do we keep having elections that are cancelled all the time? Football elections, that I mean. It is because of the system. And now the system part of elections is also faulty, is also bad. And that's why you see everyone is complaining. Election matters are ending in courts. Yes, we can continue to say that the people who are taking election matters to court are selfish, are people with self-interest. But on the other side, we can say that the people who keep carrying on with these elections have self-interest. The simple matter, as a neutral person, I will tell you today, the system of football in Kenya is wrong. The election system or the rules of election in Kenya, that is football election, are totally wrong. And all the problems that we are seeing emanating from football elections is as a result of a failed football system and a bad election rules, my fellow Kenyans. Therefore, system is the problem. I want to go to the next point. That is point number 2. Today we are going to discuss in a point format so that we are on the same chapter at the same time. My fellow Kenyans, FKF as a federation, has let Kenyans down when it comes to the matter of settling payments for coaches. We already know the story of Aderam Rouge. I'm not going into that. But even before Aderam Rouge, remember, we had Fabish. If I can go back all the way to the time of Fabish, he was there when it was the time of Kenya Football Federation, KFF. These problems began then. You can see that federation there was formed exactly the same. Almost the way it was operating is almost like the current FKF, my fellow Kenyans. Therefore, these problems have gone on. Some of the leaders are the same who crossed over from KFF to FKF. If you listen to the stories of Reinhard Fabish, and may God rest his soul in peace, he died before Kenya finished to pay him. Up to date, he has never been paid. This coach is still owed money by the government. And where he is, in the grave, my fellow Kenyans, since 2012. Let us pick the issue of Henry Michel. Where is Henry Michel? In the grave. He's still owed money by what? By who? Kenyans. Our Kenya Football Federation owes these coaches money. Let us talk of the story of Joe Kadenge. Where is Joe Kadenge? In the grave. Do we owe him money? Yes. Why? Why, my fellow Kenyans, we keep doing this to coaches? And it is not just coaches. You go to the players, they are exactly the same. So something is telling us very clear that the system is wrong. Let us not keep electing new football presidents every now and then. Let us start by fixing the football system in the country. I have been saying this since year 2013. The system is faulty. 2015, the system is faulty. 2017, I keep saying it. Now here we are in the year 2020. The system is the problem and it must be fixed totally before we go to the next football election. That will take 1 year to fix the system. If as Kenyans we agree we need to fix this system. But I'm saying Vision Total Football Kenya, which is a blueprint to fix Kenyan football, which we started in the year 2013, it is now ready. And it is based on fixing Kenyan football totally. Every part of our Kenyan football. And to fix that, I must say that the current FKF Football Kenya Federation must be disbanded, forgotten, and buried in the graves of Sahau if we want better football in Kenya. And I hope, and I'm sure that is what Kenyans want. Point number 3, sacking coaches. I wanted to talk about this point because FKF for so long, it has this history of sacking coaches. Think about it. If you think even coaches like Ghost Mulee, he had 3 stints. 3 times he has come to Harambee Stars. Think of Kemanzi. This is his 3rd time. Yeah. Think of Fabish. 3rd time. He was there 3 times. Think of this. There's something wrong. We keep thinking it is coaches who are not right, but the problem again is the system, and then the system is not nurturing players. So whenever we don't perform, we sack a coach. And then a few years down the line, we call the same coach back. This is why I'm saying, ask Kemanzi, ask Ghost Mulee if I'm wrong. 3 times coaching Harambee Stars. Why? Sack, employ. Sack, employ. The federation has so many issues, and I'm telling you, my fellow Kenyans, to go forward and to get the kind of football that the country deserves, we need to build the people's football. We need to change the entire system. We cannot fix the issue of elections or the issue of football president or the issue of coaches. Now you know there is another new association for coaches called Kenfoka. And we already have Kefoka since 1973. This is a fight for supremacy. This is a fight for power. This is a fight for money. We need to straighten our Kenyan football and build people-centered football where everyone in our Kenyan football is going to benefit. My fellow Kenyans, point number 4. Football Kenya Federation has failed to develop football in Kenya. And as a matter of fact, I'm sure everyone knows this. Look at the state of our football in Kenya. A depressing state of football for so many years. Look at the women football. Look at the youth football. Look at Harambee Stars. Look at the other leagues. Look at the county football. Everywhere. There is nowhere that the system is working. The system has failed. And there's no point of FKF telling us they have a group of 30 youths based on Tome who will take Kenya to the World Cup 2026. Tuache uwe ujinga. Let us forget that. Let us nurture youths across the country. Let us make the system that is able to give opportunity to all the youths. And then those who are talented will progress, at some point. We cannot just handpick talent and think this is how we develop football. For lack of understanding, FKF is experimenting with Kenyan football, and it has been experimenting for a very long time. Kenyans are tired with experiment. Kenyans want football that will deliver for the country. My fellow Kenyans, football development has failed in the country, and FKF is the one to blame, headed by its president, because any organization, rises and falls on leadership. The blame must fall squarely on the leadership. And then beyond that, we have the system. The system is not working. The federation is not working. Period. Next point, I want us to talk about financial mismanagement. We know that FKF has a lot of problem when it comes to financial management. You know about the OBE van. I don't want to go back into that. We lost 125 million Kenya shilling as a result of financial management and bad decision making, my fellow Kenyans. Now, once again, the issue of sacking Bobby Williamson, that is a wrong decision making. And this is again this issue lies squarely with the leadership of the federation. Bobby Williamson was sacked so that Okumbi can be brought in. At some point down the road, Okumbi again was sacked, then Sebastian Mine was brought in. Sebastian Mine has been sacked, and then Kemanzi was brought in. There are so many excuses based on this sacking. We keep getting told. But Kenyans are not foolish. We are not fools. We know what we are saying. We know what is cooking inside the federation. I've spoken to so many foreign coaches, and they have told me clearly, coach, down there in that Football Kenya Federation, the issue is self-interest and corruption. These are foreign coaches, and I believe they are worth 100%, my fellow Kenyans. I speak to most of these foreign coaches. That is why people wonder, why do I know so much about Kenyan football? Ask me anything about grassroots football in Kenya. I'll tell you. Ask me about professional football. Ask me about inside FKF. There is no information that I don't have. That is why I'm so confident when I speak about issues of football in Kenya. And I can tell you today, to build Kenyan football vision for 13 years required proper understanding of the Kenyan football and football elsewhere. My fellow Kenyans, Vision Total Football Kenya will deliver for Kenya. Let us go to point number. Before we finish this issue of financial management, I wanted to say this. Why did we have a chairman from counties going to, to watch AFCON in Egypt, and they were being paid using taxpayers' money or FIFA money? Why? Why do we need NEC members going to Egypt? Why did we need the president of FKF going to Egypt? Why did we need deputy president of FKF going to Egypt? And the same matter when we talk about France, that rugby stadium where the team was training there before going to AFCON. So much money has been wasted as a result of financial mismanagement. Why did we have FKF staff in 2018 spend 9 million Kenya shilling for lunch? And on the other side, we have somebody like Bobby Williamson. Yeah, this coach who has not been paid. I saw today on the media that he's asking FKF to pay him so that he can pay back the people that he borrowed money from, because he wanted to go to India for cancer treatment. This is so sad for our Kenyan football. Football yetu is cast. There's so many problems affecting our Kenyan football, and we need to sort them out. Today, I can tell you, Bobby Williamson wish he could be paid at least something out of his 53 million Kenya shilling, which is going to come soon. He's probably going to take that to FIFA to claim his money back. That's another ban that Kenya will be facing, despite this one of Aderam Rouge. You see all these problems. Are they just related to the single person, football president in Kenya? It is a system problem, and it must be addressed, my fellow Kenyan. I've studied Kenyan football for so long, and to sort it out, we must sort the entire system, my fellow Kenyans. Now, this issue of financial management, it is really serious, and again, it's related to the issue of to the issue of the system. And people keep saying, oh, why don't you come here and get elected and be FKF president? I don't want to be FKF president, my fellow Kenyans. I have been saying this for so long. I don't want to be the president for football in Kenya. What I want to see is the vision help the country sort the system entirely, holistic approach, so the system is correct. If we have a good system, any football president will deliver. Even if he fail, he's going to get close to what it should be done. The issue of the system is the major issue here. It is not even individuals. Yes, this football president have something to be blamed about, but the entire system is the main problem. So we need to focus more on the system rather than individuals. The Nick Mwendwa, the Sam Nyamweya, the Hatme, the Minor, the guy who was there before Hatme, Karaoke. We need to focus more. Forget about them. Let us focus on how we can make the system better for the future. Our Kenyans want to know about the future of football. And these people who are coming saying they want to be elected as the next football president, what vision have they got for the country? They keep talking about what this has done, what the current president has not done. Give us the vision for football in Kenya. At least we can start listening to you. It is about the vision and how you are going to change football. The things they are talking about, they are not good enough for them to be elected. We need a proper vision. And you see, we have already been subjected to 2 football elections that has been cancelled by Judge Ohaga. Those football elections, we were electing people not even knowing what they are going to do or what they are going to deliver. We keep being told 4 years is a very short time. No, 4 years is a very, very long time, and we should see at least hope or something good in our Kenyan football. My fellow Kenyans, 1 year alone is going to take Vision Total Football Kenya to straighten the issues of Kenyan football so that Kenyans can see what they have been missing since independence. What we have is not football. What we have in Kenya is called kicking about. The kind of football system and the kind of football that was being practiced in 17th century by drunkard men in England. Yeah? The team they used to be called pub teams. If we want a football, we need to professionalize our football. We need to change our system. We need to make everyone benefit from our football. And that can only come by building people-centered football. That is the only cure. And it's not going to happen as a result of accident. It's not going to happen because of the current FKF. It is the system need to be changed. Those who want to be voted as the football president, they should be advocating for what I'm advocating, for a better football system in Kenya. And you know what? I don't want to be elected. Why can't they join and advocate for the change of the system to have a good system in Kenya? And then later on, they can be elected to lead football. So they can also be proud that they are a football president or a football president in a country where football is working. Nothing in matters football in Kenya is working. The economy of football is so bad. Now, during this COVID time, players have not been able to play for about a month, and ask them what? They have no single penny. They are being assisted by the government, and I cannot blame them. The issue here is that Kenyan football does not pay. And how do we make our Kenyan football pay? Is by making our football better and by attracting investors. Are investors going to come to sponsor FKF, to sponsor any league that is run by FKF? No. So we must address this issue seriously and holistically. We must start by changing the system and by sorting the football governing body. My fellow Kenyans, the answer to this, it must start by disbanding the current football federation, and then from there, the system issues are addressed. My fellow Kenyans, continue to listen to what I'm saying. What I say and what we say as the Vision Total Football Kenya group and the Third Solution group, like-minded people, we believe that what we are saying is correct, and what we are saying is what is going to help our Kenyan football. So we continue to receive messages from like-minded people. My fellow Kenyans, together we can sort the issue of our Kenyan football, but it is the system that need to be sorted first before anyone else think about becoming the football president for our Kenyan football. My fellow Kenyans, have a blessed day. I live in peace. I'm gone.